Hey, it's Shane here from Roll with God. Just wanted to share a story. I'm just sitting here reminiscing and thinking about a time in my life where I really had only three things to depend on. It was definitely my faith, my belief in God definitely was strengthened during this time. Uh, Definitely it was my art, my martial arts that I've been able to do. Again, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu I was involved in. And at the same instance, fatherhood. Just having to take on a big responsibility of being a primary caretaker for my, at the time, 4-year-old autistic son. And in that experience, I've learned quite a bit, whether it be just different coping mechanisms when it came to my personal and how to process, and again unpacking my bags and getting to a point mentally where I'm able to feel strong enough to help guide a little human. uh, Same instance, at the same time multitasking and taking care of my son at a time where his mother and I had a little bit more turbulence, and she needed a little bit more time to focus on things in her life. And I took over the responsibility of just taking care of him. And at the same instance, striving to evolve and move up higher in my martial art. At the time, I was a brown belt, and it seemed like that road was just taking forever. And I felt like I wasn't performing well in tournaments. I wasn't performing well at all in anything. And again, when you put the culmination of all of the things that were going on in my life, really the biggest combination and where Roll with God was born from was simply from a place of a man who was hurt and was trying to figure out and navigate through life and find out where my purpose was in all aspects of my life at the same time. And at that time, I was able to learn quite a bit about myself in the processing. And it's been a long road since then. But in that time, I've learned so many different things about each aspect. So again, whether it be the trials and tribulations and the experience of what I've gone through, divorcing and co-parenting with a small autistic child, whether it be the trials of trying to climb the ladder when it came to martial arts with a very competitive team and an amazing group of individuals, and trying to find myself and where I would achieve my black belt, and the road that I had to go on to just keep pushing from brown belt to black belt while going through that. And at the same instance, raising a son and trying to, again, put on the best example in front of him that I have everything together. When the fact is, I didn't. But the culmination of all three things kept me together. And that's where the idea of Roll with God came into play. It's what could a person be capable of if they truly, truly bowed themselves down in humility to God and allowed God to navigate their life and help work out their path. And again, what kind of gifts are you granted with, whether it's on or off the mat? It's all about understanding. It's all about trying to connect and trying to share love in a world where, let's face it, it's not here. Only certain individuals are tasked with the ability to shine that light that God wants them to shine. Again, to help other people, to help them navigate through a darker path, even at times where you may be on a dark path, but selflessly trying to help others. When I see Roll with God, I see it as being normal people, God-fearing people that are just trying to navigate and just trying to carry on at a time where things may not be 100% perfect. You may not be the person that's hoisted up on the top of everyone's shoulders and they're chanting your name. You may not be a multi-world champion individual. All right, you may be the person that just had to grind. who's working a job, who's paying all he can for tournaments and all he can for his instruction, again, just to get a little bit better or to get a little bit more confidence in their life, to heal up from the pains or the insecurities that they may have had when they were children, to walk their path as an honorable person now that they're grown adults and try to add value to the world that we're in that may not always value you. So Roll with God for me is going to be my voice and my connection to God and a thank you. And again, just trying to raise a giant community of people that believe that with faith, martial arts, they kept the strength going. They were able to power through. They were able to show what they truly are capable of. That's what Roll with God is.